Hey guys, it's Meredith and happy March. I know I'm a little late. I had a few tests I had to take while I was doing the video, and I didn't realize I didn't like my videos because they looked rushed and stuff, so I thought I'd take some time out and just slow down. It's still beginning of March, and I just love March. The weather outside's not as crap, it's still cold out there, but there's sun. And I love green. I love the color green. Ever since I was little, the first question I got asked in kindergarten, "What's your favorite color, Meredith?" Green. And I love St. Patrick's Day. I love when my dad would go to this one place where I live, and he would stay in line for corned beef, and then I'll have corned beef and pickles for lunch. Even though that's not Irish, but it's still a tradition I'm doing this. So anyway, today it's my March book haul. If you're wondering, where's my video for Anne and the French Kiss, I believe, and the book I'm reviewing for Perseverance Wallflower, I think those files got deleted. I did read those books. I'm just wondering where the files are, so I'm going to have to redo those videos. So bear with me on this one. So probably after this video, I'm going to redo those videos in a quick time before I have to go to class and stuff like that. So let's get started with the March book haul, shall we? Alright, so when I started booktubing, I knew that this month will be dedicated to this particular author because he changed my life so much. And if you're a book nerd, you know where I'm going with this one. So it is John Green month, and I just love his books so much. I have most of them, not Will Grayson or Grayson, but I have most of them, and I can't wait to reread his books again and fall in love with his writing, because I feel like I've been in a slump after I read On in the French Kiss. So I was like, I think it's time for some John Green, shall we? But let's get started with the book haul, shall we? Alright, so I'm going to read his books from the first published to the most recently that was published. And the first published book that he wrote was Looking for Alaska. And this was actually the first John Green book I actually read. My librarian back in my high school, she knew that I was reading books. So she's like, no, if you like these books, you should check out John Green. And I was like, okay. So this cover was actually pretty interesting. I actually like the cover. I don't like the candle though, but I think it's like a birthday candle, so that's what I'm thinking of. But I read this book and I got a Nerdfinder note, and I know I read it in my journal somewhere, so when I figure it out or I find it, I'll let you guys know what it said and what's not. But this book is amazing. So it's about a guy named Miles, or Pudge as he's called. He goes to boarding school in Alabama, and there he meets his roommate, the Colonel, and the Colonel is basically like the friend I want to have, who likes to pull pranks and whatnot. And then Pudge meets the other Colonel's friends, but mainly he meets a girl named Alaska, and that's where the plot takes off. I love this book. I'm starting to read it again. I'm on page 30. So yeah. So the next book I have is the second book, and that is An Abundance of Katherines, and I have the Nerdfinder edition, which I really love because I don't really like the other editions that much. But which makes this cover so cool is because it embodies what this book's all about, and it has cool things. So this guy named Colin, he gets dumped by Catherine 19, not Catherine with a C, no Katie's, no nothing, just Catherine, and he's in a little bad mood. So him and his friend Hassan, they go on a road trip, and they stumble upon the grave of Archduke Franz Ferdinand, and I think I got that right. If not, I'm sorry. And there he meets a girl, and I think this is a great summer read if you're going on a road trip and going to different places and stuff like that. I think this would be a great book for you guys to read, so check this out. Alright, so next book is probably my favorite, but not my favorite, of John Green's book, and that is Paper Towns. I love this cover so much. Oh my goodness, guys, I cannot believe I have this book. But anyway, this book is about a guy named Quentin, or Q, and one night, an old friend, Margaret or Margot, excuse me, she stumbles upon his window, I would say, and she's like, hey, you want to go out and have an adventure? And he said, yeah. Margaret wants to get out of this paper town that they live in. I'll explain something here. And then the next day, she goes missing. everyone thinks that, okay, it's one of her hijinks, she's missing, she's gonna come back, but she doesn't come back. And Q thinks it's his duty to find her, and that's this book. And it's a great book. Again, this is a great summer read if you're going on road trips and stuff like that. But I love the cover. It means so much to me. After I read the book, I was like, I know what the cover means now. It makes perfect sense. And this book is just so great. I love it. This book just, so many feels for this book. So, yeah. Alright, so next book in the list of John Green books, it is Will Grayson by John Green and David Levithan. And at first I really didn't like this book because of the way David Levithan wrote, but I'm going to try to give it a go again. But this book is about John's Will Grayson and David's Will Grayson and John Green's Will Grayson. This is a mouthful. He's like an average John Green character, very awkward, very, I wouldn't say antisocial, but he kind of is. And then you have David's Will Grayson, and the character's much more darker, not much like happy go. He really wants to like. But one day they open up a paradox. John Green's Will Grayson and David Levithan's Will Grayson meet at a very awkward place, and that's where the paradox opens, and then all the angels come out and take over Manhattan. Doctor Who reference. And anyway, but they meet, and that's where like their lives just change. And last but not least, we have the most current book of John Green and the most loved book by John Green, and that is The Fault in Our Stars by John Green. And I have a signed copy that I got in the bookstore, and it's not Hanklerfish or anything, but it's still a signed copy. So anyway, so if you do not know this book, it's been on the New York Times bestseller list. It's back there on #1. It's been turned into a movie, and so many good things come from this book. I just can't believe it. And I'm not ready to cry again, guys. I'm not ready, but I have to do it for you guys. Anyway, so this book. Anyway, oh gosh, the feelings are coming back again. So this book's about a girl named Hazel. She has cancer, and she goes to a support group where like people like talk about how they're feeling and stuff like that. And there she meets the lovable, most quotable, and the most amazing guy I've ever read, and that is the lovable Augustus Waters. And that's where the plot takes off, and that's all I can say. You can't find words with this book. And John Green, thank you. Esther Earl, wherever you are, thank you. So anyway, as they say in John Green's hometown, and President Obama apparently, don't forget to be awesome, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.